Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is a beautifully chaotic day in the soap universe, and we are absolutely living for the drama. Grab your snacks, lock your doors, and prepare to be fully gagged because the tea I am about to spill is scorching hot. My jaw is literally on the floor right now. Besties, we need to hold a literal intervention right now. I am sitting here, eyes completely bloodshot, staring at my screen at 3 a.m. because if I don't trauma dump this entire situation onto you guys, I am going to spontaneously combust. Nikki Newman has officially declared war on Victor for destroying Jack's family. I repeat, Nikki is going to all-out war against the mustache, and I am actually ascending into the stratosphere. Is it just me, or did they completely fumble the bag on Victor's redemption arc, only to pivot and give us the most iconic high-stakes betrayal of the decade? I am shaking. I am literally shaking. Then we have to look at the sheer audacity of Victor Newman to even let it get to this point. The man just successfully clawed back control of Newman Enterprises. He is sitting on his throne at the ranch, completely untouchable. And what does he do? He honors his little backroom deal and hands Chancellor straight over to Lily Winters. Lily is out here at Society, absolutely glowing, asking Kane Ashby to step in and run the company for her. Good for Lily. Honestly, she scored a massive victory. But at what cost? Nick Newman is literally at the ranch, whining to Victor, pointing out the glaringly obvious fact that handing Chancellor to Lily is going to absolutely devastate Nikki. And Victor, he literally does not care. He is so blinded by his own God complex and his obsession with tearing down Jack Abbott's family that he is tossing his own wife to the wolves. Yet, this isn't just about a corporate chair. This is about Jack. Nikki declaring war because Victor ruined Jack's family is the plot twist of the century, and low-key, it makes perfect sense. Let's do a quick story time rabbit hole, okay? Gather around the screen. Nikki and Jack have always had this underlying, messy, deeply emotional connection. Even when they are at odds, there is a fundamental respect there. Victor has spent decades trying to obliterate the Abbotts. He has stepped on their necks time and time again. But this time he has gone too far. The collateral damage has hit catastrophic levels, and Nikki is finally looking at her husband and seeing the actual monster he has become. Wait. I'm literally yapping right now. Let's get back to the actual tea. Let's really unpack the Jack Abbott of it all, because if you are a day one stan like me, you know this history is thick. Victor and Jack have been locked in a toxic, soul-destroying rivalry since before some of you were even born. They have stolen each other's companies. They have stolen each other's wives. They have literally left each other for dead. But through all of that, Jack's family, the Abbott legacy, has always been the one thing Jack fights the hardest to protect. And Victor knows this. Victor knows that the way to truly break Jack isn't just to take his money. It's to destroy his family from the inside out. And Nikki has been the pawn in their sick game of chess for way too long. She has loved Jack. She has loved Victor. She has been torn between these two titans for her entire adult life. So for Victor to deliberately, maliciously go after Jack's family right now, while simultaneously humiliating Nikki by giving Chancellor to Lily Winters, it's not just a business move. It is a deeply personal, calculated strike against Nikki's heart. Mainly, I need us to focus on the absolute chaos happening at the Newman Ranch right now, because it perfectly illustrates why Nikki is snapping. While Nikki is out here preparing to launch a nuclear strike on her husband's life, Victor is playing a literal game of Saw with a man named Matt. Yes, Matt. Victor is holding this guy captive, subjecting him to a rigorous psychological test of sincerity. The man literally just begged for a shower. Victor let him shower and change clothes, and now Matt is walking around feeling like a whole new person while Victor plots to absolutely crush him if he fails the test. This is unhinged behavior. Victor is operating like a mob boss, completely disconnected from reality, and Nikki is watching him destroy everything in his path, including Jack's legacy, and she is saying no more. Totally mid-sentence here, but I was actually on Victor's side when he took back Newman, because, let's be real, he built it, but then, wait, Am I actually defending Nikki, defending Jack? My brain is basically a buffering wheel right now. Like, on one hand, Victor is the GOAT. He is the ultimate mastermind. But on the other hand, how can you look at what he's doing to Jack's family and not feel completely sick to your stomach? Nikki has stood by this man through fake deaths, real deaths, kidnappings, and corporate espionage. She has defended his darkest deeds. But destroying Jack's family, that is the line. That is the literal line in the sand, and Victor just crossed it with a bulldozer. Hot take, but I am actually ascending at the thought of Nikki and Jack teaming up. Imagine the power, imagine the sheer, unadulterated aesthetic of Nikki Newman, dressed in head-to-toe couture, marching into Victor's office and telling him that she is going to dismantle his empire piece by piece. She isn't just mad about Chancellor being given to Lily. That is just the catalyst. Nick was right to complain about it, but Nick is so hopelessly out of his depth. Nick is like, Dad, this is going to hurt Mom's feelings. Feelings? Nick, she is about to burn the ranch down. She doesn't need a hug. She needs vengeance for what Victor did to Jack's family. And let's talk about Lily and Kane for a second, because their involvement in this mess is low-key fascinating. Lily is riding this massive high. Victor handed her Chancellor, fulfilling his promise, and she immediately runs to Kane. Kane is already emotional because Malcolm is finally getting discharged from the hospital, and his twins, Maddie and Charlie, are sending him these sweet group texts praising him. So Kane is in this highly vulnerable, emotionally open state, and bam, Lily drops the Chancellor bomb on him and asks him to run it. They are celebrating, they are thriving, but they are completely oblivious to the fact that they are basically dancing on the grave of Nikki's marriage. Lily thinks she just won a corporate battle, but she actually just became the weapon Victor used to sever his ties with Nikki. The irony is literally making me dizzy. And let's look at the ripple effects of Victor's absolute reign of terror across the rest of the canvas. Because he forced Phyllis out of Newman Enterprises, Phyllis is currently spiraling completely out of control. She had that disastrous run-in with Daniel at Society, where Daniel basically told her she hasn't learned a single thing and is just playing the victim. Daniel is so real for that, no cap. But Sharon, sweet, empathetic Sharon, has to chase Phyllis down to Crimson Lights to give her a pep talk. Sharon is out here telling Phyllis she needs to fight back and regain control. Everyone is fighting for control because Victor has hoarded it all. Victor's actions are creating a massive domino effect of trauma across Genoa City, and Nikki is the only one with the power to stop him. I am literally screaming into the mic right now because the writers are finally giving Nikki her agency back. For years, she has been relegated to the sidelines, playing the dutiful wife while Victor ruins lives. But seeing him systematically dismantle Jack's family, seeing him hand over Chancellor to Lily without a second thought, seeing him hold Matt hostage like some kind of comic book supervillain, it has awakened a beast. Nikki is not just a Newman, she is a survivor. And if she has to declare all-out war on the love of her life to protect the people he is unfairly targeting, she will do it. This is cinema. This is peak daytime television. Is it just me, or did they completely fumble the bag on Nick's reaction, though? Nick is just standing there questioning Victor's bizarre treatment of Matt and worrying about Nikki's reaction to the Chancellor deal. Like, Nick, babe, wake up. Your mother is about to start World War III, and you're acting like she just got a bad haircut. You need to pick a side, and you need to pick it right now. Because when Nikki and Jack form this unholy alliance to take down Victor, anyone standing in the crossfire is going to get obliterated. I am genuinely terrified for anyone who tries to get in Nikki's way right now. She has nothing left to lose, and a woman with nothing left to lose is the most dangerous creature on earth. Meanwhile, we have Audra Charles over at the park plotting to attend Noah's grand reopening of the Shadow Room just to cause drama with Sienna Bacall, completely ignoring Holden Novak's warnings. And Kane is getting teary-eyed over his twins texting him about Malcolm's recovery. Like, that's cute, besties, but I literally do not care about the Shadow Room right now. The entire foundation of Genoa City is cracking. The Newman Empire is about to be split right down the middle. Nikki is going to war. Victor is testing hostages. Lily is taking over Chancellor. The stakes have never been higher, and I am living for every single second of it. To wrap up this chaotic rant, because my heart rate is dangerously high, we are witnessing History Squad. Nikki declaring war on Victor over Jack's family is the ultimate culmination of decades of bad blood, betrayal, and unchecked ego. Victor thought he could have it all. Newman, Chancellor, the destruction of his enemies, but he forgot the cardinal rule: never underestimate Nikki Newman. I am going to need at least 3 to 5 business days to recover from this. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you are also currently hyperventilating, and I will see you in the next one. Stay chaotic, besties.
Thank you for watching my video. I will be updating regularly with the latest news, so please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me.